Hey guys, welcome to my epic Vive setup tour. So if there's some background noises, my nan has this problem where she decides to clean shit that is scarcely in need of cleaning at all. Like for example the floor right now. Anyway, so first of all, you have a room. If yours is anything like mine, it will have a barely sufficient amount of space for you to walk around. And that's very bad, but I can't do anything about that because I would literally have to fucking move out to solve that problem. But first things first is you need these suckers. These are the base stations. Neither of their lights are on right now because they're not plugged in. Yes, for a normal Vive setup, you will need at least 3 open power ports because HT Vive just loves the fact that I only have 2 power ports in my room. So what you need is a really long ass power strip. You can't even see this here, but I'll plug it in just so that we can actually see this thing kind of in action. Often has a spark because of how tight that is. I'm getting a new power board that's even longer soon. As you can see now, it's got a little dot indicating the channel and that it has no idea what the fuck's going on. And that's fine. And then we have this little fucking widget here that connects to my computer and another power source, which goes into the Vive through a wire. And then over here we have the 2 Vive controllers that are charging, and if you want that to happen, you need to sacrifice another 2 power sockets. And then let's plug this baby in. There's the other base station. So these are on either side of the room, and that way they can see most of the room. If there wasn't the desk and the bed here, it would be able to see everything. I'm gonna make sure that it's moved a little bit more to the right by making something here for it to sit on in the future, so that it can see more of my floor more effectively when I get full body. But right, yeah, so basically these, as you can see, they got these weird little squares of red dots now. Now they're fucking watching us in some kind of weird matrix. And then, obviously the computer isn't actually fully signed in yet. I also think I left hentai on my background, so this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I did. Anyway, this tiny box here will open up, and that's actually what it's all happening in. It's a small window, but it's a big deal because it's actually this and that talking across the air and then going into the computer through the Vive. So the Vive's actually what tells the computer what the base stations think it's doing, which is kind of confusing. So basically, what you realize on all these things is that they have these weird patterns. As far as I'm aware, those are what make the connections with everything, so it knows what's going on. But basically, the kind of crazy thing is that the base stations, the cameras, they aren't plugged into the computer. The controllers aren't plugged into the computer. The only thing that's plugged into the computer is the actual headset. So across the air, they tell the headset where it is, they tell the headset where stuff is, and then it goes along the cable into the PC, and then Steam VR figures out what's going on by combining all the information it gets every fucking, like microsecond. Yeah, and then it just figures out where shit is. I don't know, is there anything else I need to say?
Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm actually in VR and you're just looking at me rather than what I'm seeing.
I usually clean the lens every time before playing, because it's just really fucking annoying to have specks of shit on your eye, essentially. Put my wireless headset on top. It would be a much more long and painful process if I didn't have a wireless headset. I've had to go without before. You have to plug an aux into this widget on the back of my head and then change how it works in the settings. It's fucking awful. Where's my other hand? And then you turn your hands on. Preferably put your wrist through the straps. Yeah, so we're gonna play Beat Saber, I guess, since I feel like it's much better for just showing you using VR, seeing as, you know, it would just be me awkwardly talking to myself in a room if it was VR chat. So basically, here you can see how it's recorded. So just my computer is recording my desktop, and then I just crop it in if the screen is smaller. It's usually not that much smaller as it is in Beat Saber, but I haven't bothered changing that. And then yeah, just crop it in, and then boom, that's how it's done. I don't have any cool songs because they updated this fucking game again. And then let's just do this one here. I would say that Beat Saber in particular, I think, looks kind of weird outside of VR, because the fact that you can't see the huge sticks, right, makes it seem very lackluster in the real world. It just looks like someone vaguely moving their wrists. I think it looks even more scuffed for the pros as well, because there's, in ideal Beat Saber playing, I think there's actually very little arm movement. It's like just really micro movements with the wrist. So it looks kind of funny. Now to reduce on editing time, when anyone is recording these days, what they do is they use services, the main one being Shadowplay, where you choose when it keeps the last 7 minutes of the recording. So you don't have to just watch through hours and hours of gameplay. At the moment when you find something funny and you want to keep it, you tell the computer to keep that and keep nothing else. In VR, it's hard to go over and press the keyboard shortcut on your computer. I actually do go ahead and do that, but some people have software that does voice recognition, like my friend ZeroSkill. So they actually just say a phrase, and then their computer tells itself the keyboard shortcut that saves it has been pressed, and then it saves the last 5 minutes or however long you've chosen it to go back. So there you have it, X-Kun and everyone else. That's how VR works. Thank you very much for watching my Minecraft item duplication tutorial. Please subscribe.